Live from Chicago's NBC5, this is NBC5 News.
When it comes to smartphones, often you don't feel so smart. The choices are often overwhelming. NBC5 Charlie Wojciechowski now sorts out what to look for in this morning's Weekend Web.
Good morning. When it comes to smartphones, when you buy that phone, you're making a 2-year commitment. Will your phone last that long? Well, one firm has done the research, and we're going to find out what the results are. Tseng is here from SquareTrade. Vince, thanks for coming in.
Good morning, Charlie. Thanks for having me.
Good morning. We're talking about smartphones, from iPhones to Motorola's to the old reliable BlackBerries here.
Right.
When it comes to it, which one lasts the longest?
You know, I think that's an interesting question. There's actually two parts to that, and I think the first part is which phone fails the most just from normal malfunctions, and the second part is which one is most likely to have an accident.
Okay,
right? And,
let's start with the malfunction rates.
Sure. So with malfunctions, the iPhone 4 is actually the most reliable device out there that we've seen. We expect only 2% of them to fail over the course of an entire year, and that compares to a slightly higher rate of a Motorola, which is about a 2.5%. And the BlackBerry in our study failed the most frequently. So over 6% of them are expected to fail over the course of a year.
And we should tell people why you're doing the study. You're a company that gives warranties on various products that you buy after the fact, and you got to know which ones you're going to be giving the most money out of.
That's exactly right. We sell extended warranties on all sorts of electronics, including smartphones, and we cover all things from normal malfunctions to accidents. And so we are interested in finding out which ones fail the most.
Okay, you mentioned malfunctions. You also mentioned accidents. Who is the most likely to drop their smartphone, to drop it underneath the wheels of a tractor?
You know, that's the thing about the iPhone, is that even though it's the most reliable phone, it's also the most likely to die from an accident. And you know, I have an iPhone here, and one of the problems with the iPhone is that it has glass on both sides. Now,
not really,
you know,
concrete friendly.
That's exactly right. So if you drop it on the front, you drop it on the back, you know, the chances are you're going to bust up one of the screens. And I think that's one of the things about modern day smartphones that increasingly makes them vulnerable to accidents, is that they all feature big screens now.
But you've looked at reliability for a few years now, and you say that smartphones are getting more reliable in general.
That's right. So, you know, smartphones have really been around for just a few years now. If you looked 6 or 7 years ago, the concept of a smartphone almost didn't even exist. And so I think early on, a lot of the smartphone manufacturers were scrambling to get things into the small little device, and so we're having a hard time making them reliable. So what we've seen is that the reliability has improved dramatically over the past couple of years. 2 years ago, if you looked at smartphone reliability, 12% of BlackBerries would fail over the course of a year, and 6% of iPhones. So, you know, the reliability has really improved 2- or 3-fold just in the span of 2 years.
Great. If people want to learn more about your company, SquareTrade, where can they go?
Just come to our website at www.squaretrade.com.
Vince, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks very much, Charlie.
Some great information about the phones all of us are now carrying around with us. I'm Charlie Wojciechowski. It's the Weekend Web, and we'll see you right back here next weekend.